Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to draw a super cute bear and maybe even a penguin inspired by the book Polar Opposites. Now, these two characters from the books are opposite in about every single way, but one way in art that we can think about opposites is through texture or how something feels. So, our polar bear is going to feel soft and fuzzy and have a fuzzy hat, and our penguin is going to stay nice and smooth and have a nice smooth scarf. Now, here's the other thing that might be different. Our polar bear is going to be big and our penguin is going to be small. But if you would like to, you could just do the polar bear and make it nice and fluffy. So we're going to go ahead and use a Sharpie today so that we don't have to go over our lines later, but you could use a pencil if you're worried that you might want to erase. Okay, the first step is to write our name on the back. Notice my polar bear has some different expressions on its face, and so does my penguin. So think about what kind of personality your polar bear might have. All right, so let's go ahead and find the center. In the center, we are going to draw a long oval for our bear's nose. And even though our bear is fluffy, our bear's nose is smooth and shiny. So let's put a little circle oval shape for a shiny spot and then color the rest in. There's our bear's nose. Now let's connect it with a vertical line, just like that. And notice I have a lot of space down here for my penguin. If I run out of space for my penguin here, I could just put a scarf there and that would be totally fine. Okay, now let's go ahead and draw a little curve on either side for our bear's mouth. There we go. That's our bear's mouth and nose. The next step we're going to do is add our bear's eyes above the nose. So would you like to have your bear maybe so happy that its eyes are closed? Would you like to have the eyes open? This part is up to you. Go ahead to draw the eyes however you'd like. I'm just going to draw mine like this with some eyelashes. The next thing we're going to do is draw the eyebrows, and the eyebrows really show a lot of emotion and personality, depending on what direction you draw the eyebrows in. So this one has its eyebrows going kind of down, and this one has them coming up. And you can make your bear look angry, surprised, happy, just by changing the eyebrows. I'm going to make mine up. Okay, let's go ahead and draw our bear's cozy hat. So above our eyebrows, we're going to draw a curve. Like this. And notice I still have a lot of room on the sides. Then instead of just drawing straight lines for the side, we're going to make it fuzzy. So we're going to make a little bit of a bumpy line on either side. This is called symmetry when it's the same on both sides. And then I can connect it with a bumpy line goes all the way across. And this is the fuzzy part of our polar bear's hat. Let's make it even more fuzzy with more texture by drawing these little wormy, wiggly lines inside. This is going to show that this is a super fuzzy hat. There we go. Next, let's go ahead and draw the top of our bear's hat. And I'm going to have it kind of folding over. You could do it just round if you'd like, but to do it folding over, let's start on one side and make a curve that comes in like that. And then if this doesn't look right to you, just keep going, because sometimes when you're drawing, it doesn't quite look right. But then when you're finished, you go, oh, that makes sense. So just keep with it, keep going. Let's go to the other side. This time, let's make our hat kind of curve up over our first one and out to the side. And it makes it look like it's kind of folded over. Next, we'll draw another line underneath it that leaves a little bit of space for our fuzzball that might be on the end of our hat. So let's draw maybe some zigzaggy lines that go around in a circle, because this is also fuzzy. You can also draw some little dashed lines show the fuzzball is fuzzy as well. That is some good texture right there. Now I've got my polar bear with my polar bear's hat. Next, let's move over to its ears. To draw its ears, you're going to draw a curvy line, but we want to have our ears look fluffy. So instead of drawing out the curvy line, we're going to draw little dashes like this next to each other that curve around and back down, just like that. So you can see that I didn't draw a line that curved. I drew lots of little lines next to each other that curve. Now we can do the same thing on the other side. We're going to draw lots of little lines that curve over and back down. There's our fuzzy ears. Our fuzzy ears might have a fold in them for the inside of the ears. You could draw like a C shape here, backward C shape to flip it on the other side. And then I like to draw a little dash line inside there as well. So there's my awesome polar bear ears, looking good. Okay, so here's where we are going to decide if we want a penguin. I think I have plenty of room down here for a penguin. So instead of doing it the way I did it the first time, I'm going to try a little bit differently. So I'm going to find the bottom half of my paper, and then halfway down through there, I'm going to draw the penguin scarf, because our polar opposites are going to be opposite even with what they're wearing. My polar bear's wearing a hat, my penguin's wearing a scarf. So we're going to draw a curve that is about as wide as you want your penguin to be. Remember, your penguin is small, so we don't want it to be too big. Then we're going to draw a line that comes down on either side, just a little line because it's a little scarf. And notice it's about the same size as my polar bear's hat. Then I can connect it with another curvy line. So now I have this shape here for the scarf. I can also make the tail of the scarf come down. It can come down all the way to the bottom if I want. Or I can connect it with a line and maybe some frills at the bottom. And there is my penguin scarf. Okay, let's put our penguin inside the scarf now. We're going to start on either side and draw a curve that comes up and down but doesn't cover my polar bear's mouth. So up and down. And just like you, your polar bear, your penguin should not be perfect because we are not robots. Now I'm drawing a line that comes straight down for the side of my penguin, other side of my penguin. The more unperfect your drawing is, the more interesting and charming it will be, the more personality it has. Okay, now let's draw, there's the black parts of our penguin and the white parts. So we're going to draw the white parts by coming up to our penguin's forehead, drawing a little dot, and then we're going to draw a line that comes up, over, and back down like this. And that is, like I said, this is going to be the black part of our penguin's body. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Up and over. This is symmetry. It's the same on both sides. Mine's not perfect. That's okay. Now we can continue this line through the scarf because the scarf is covering up part of it. So I'm going to pretend like I go through the scarf and come out the other side, on this side, and on this side as well. All right, great. Now let's put our penguin's cute little beak in here. We're going to draw a little curve in the middle and then a V shape to make a triangle. Last but not least, how will you design your penguin's eyes? Will they just be little dots? Will they have eyebrows? Eyelashes? Or are they going to be closed like this one? It is up to you. And I'm going to give it some eyebrows. That's my penguin. You can decorate your penguin scarf. And stick around to the end of the video if you want to see how if I didn't have room and I just wanted to do a scarf on my polar bear. All right, we have one step left. Here we go. Let's draw the sides of our polar bear, but just like our ears, we are not going to draw a straight line. We're going to give it some texture. So we're going to come up to the ear here, and instead of drawing a straight line down, we're going to just draw all these little dash lines that go all the way down the bottom. And let's repeat on the other side. All right, there is my penguin with fluffy, or my polar bear with fluffy texture, and my penguin with smooth texture. They are certainly polar opposites. Next art class, we're going to paint in a blue sky. We're going to paint our scarf in our hat and maybe even give it some rosy cheeks. I'm so excited. But if you would like to go ahead and stay here, I will show you how to draw the polar bear without the penguin in front if you ran out of room or just maybe don't want to draw the penguin. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to go ahead and let you watch me with some music. Okay, this is where it becomes different. I try to make my bear look like it's sleeping. It looks a little croaky, but it's supposed to just be relaxing and sleeping. Notice how much of a difference my eyebrows make in my drawing. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a line that goes across, down. This is going to be the scarf. Before we connect it, let's go ahead and draw 2 lines that come down for the tail of the scarf first. Then we'll connect it. Go through. Do you notice I went through the tail of the scarf and came out the other side? Now you can decorate it with maybe some stripes or polka dots. It's up to you. Remember, pause the video if you ever need to, if I'm going really fast. And just like before, we draw our sideways little dash line. Then once we get to the scarf, we just do it again on the other side. All right, there is my sleeping bear with just a scarf on and no penguin. All right, guys, which one did you like best? I cannot wait to see what you come up with, and I hope you had so much fun drawing your polar opposites with texture today. I'll see you next time when we paint. Love, your cozy art teacher.